Hello everyone. Have you ever thought why this Excel along with Powerbi plays a vital role in the day-to-day life of an analyst? In this video, we are going to discuss how this Excel along with Powerbi plays a vital role for an analyst in their day-to-day job. The first thing will be we are going to see what Excel really used for and why Power BI matters in data analysis. Excel doesn't use it's just a table having the data. No, we can able to use it for multiple works along with cleaning of the data or like finding the patterns, analyze basic analysis of the data, what it depicts and all those things. Similar way, we are using Power BI when Excel can't able to handle data. The reason because if your data is very heavy, Excel can't able to run. In the similar way, it can be taken up by Power BI to build millions of rows with an interactive dashboard. So I'm going to start with the big picture, which is what beginner think about. Excel is old and outdated. There is no use of having Excel, and Power BI is too advanced. Skip the Excel and directly jump to Power BI. All these things are the very common misunderstanding of a beginner. You should have a proper analyst thinking how it is. As in the right side you can see companies, they are using Excel. In my project we are using Excel along with Power BI, and the teams use live spreadsheets, and moreover Power BI has to get the data from a data source. Even Excel is used as a data source for Power BI and creating a wonderful reports in using the Excel data. So it clearly says that Excel is not outdated and Power BI is dependent a bit on Excel. Still more want to know why the company is shifting towards Power BI, stay till the next section. So now we are going to see the real-time example of Excel, how and what are the steps we are following as analysts in our day-to-day life. So here I have downloaded the data of Superstore. It contains the sales data where it says the number of orders and number of returns and along with the users. This is how the analysts get the data from the product team or the team who is sharing the data. Right now, the first thing what we have to do is we have to remove the duplicate so that we will not ending up in any incorrect or additional number of values added to our profit or sales, whatever happened. So to get that, what we have to do is select the entire data, right? And you can see I'm going to use the other condition, which is a conditional formatting over here, and says highlight cells having a duplicate values. Click on OK, meaning it says we have the complete data is duplicated, right? So let's find this 3583. Let's find it over here. So from here, it is 8401. From this row, the entire data is duplicated. So we can just select this one and click on remove. Now you can see our duplicate of data is removed. Now what we can do, but we can still see some duplicate values. Filter by color here. These are all the duplicates which is already having in our data set. So select this rows, select it, press Alt and semicolon to lock the cells and delete it. So this is where we are saying Excel is little bit incompetent when handling the large amount of data. You can evidently see that it is taking so much time to remove the data of almost 90,000 rows. So now our data is clear and clean. We are good to proceed with the next step, which is, let's say I have created this column to show you the other powerful tool which is called as text to columns. So here I have added two columns. You can see the product subcategory and product name over here, and then what we can do is we can able to segregate it by using a feature called text to columns. I'm selecting this column and go to data. Here you can see there is an option called text to columns. It helps us to segregate the text from, partition the text from wherever we want. We have two options here, which is delimited and fixed width. So I'm going to click on delimited. We can give the values when whichever we need. We have the other one, which is the hyphen, and click on next and finish it off. You can see our paper is over here and black print carbonless paper is added over here. So this is where we are used to clean the data based on our requirement to get the text value also. So I'm just removing it for now. It's not needed going forward. Now the other function, which is a filter, where you can see by filtering the data. Let's say I have to check only critical order priority cases. I can able to filter and check how many order priority cases are there. You can see out of 7532 records, I have 1448 as the priority mean, which is more critical priorities. So conditional formatting we have already discussed. Now let's move to the other one, which is giving a value. Let's say I'm entering a column, inserting a column over here to get the shipping cost based on the if condition. So let's say I want to sum if s, meaning I have to sum the shipping cost of value based on the criteria. So my sum range is cost value. My criteria range is first here. I have to give it as critical priority, and then I have to check the other one, which is went for express here. Close the bracket, hit enter. So ideally we have only the shipping cost value is 1580.62, which comes for the critical priority along with the express air. So now I have this value, but I want to understand how many orders are there with the same condition. So for that I am going to add a new column. Here I am saying it is cost with critical, and here I am saying count of orders with critical. So now the same formula, it will just change into count, right? Equal to count if s, my criteria range is first one should be critical and it should be on express air. I think I missed something. Yeah, I made a problem here. I misspelled the critical. That's why we didn't get the amount. So out of 181 orders with a shipping cost of 1580. So this is the step 2 where you can understand how critical or the importance of Excel in doing the basic analytics. The third will be the very, very powerful tool, which is having a pivot table. It's a fantastic feature. Just select the file, insert, and pivot table. I'm going to create in a new sheet. Now I just want to say the ship mode, what is the profit I attained, and what are the regions. So here you can see which shipment mode give me the more profit based on the ship mode. Suppose if I want to get the other one, I can just replace the ship mode into, I will take the region over here. I am getting the region wise profit based on my product category. So furniture, office supply, technology, what is the profit and along with my region. So this is also a powerful tool option in Excel where it helped me to understand and deal further about the data analysis. Now, being having this super cool feature, why the analysts need Powerbi? The answer is here. So ideally, you can evidently saw that if we have more number of data, Excel will get struggled. You can saw it was like taking a lot of time to load and it was get hung up. And it also need more efforts to collect the data from multiple team members if we have multiple teams, and the table joining is the biggest critical work in Excel. However, Powerbi overcomes all this into a solution where you can able to deal with millions and trillions of records without any flaw by connecting it to the data source. Along with, you can show it in a proper visual, and the data no need to get a refresh by manual. It will automatically, we can schedule a refresh in Powerbi where we can able to get all this data. Now let's jump into the live Powerbi example by having the same data which we are using it now. Delete this file sheet and go to our file, save this one as a desktop, stores, select X, have it ready. Right, now our file is ready. I'm going to open the Powerbi desktop application. I'm opening the Powerbi desktop application. I'm going to open the blank report. Now the same thing we are going to do it in Power BI. Import data from Excel. Go to desktop and you can see our sample source data which is in the Excel format. Click on OK. You can see all these 3 sheets, whichever is in Excel, it's displaying over here: orders, returns, and users table. Click on transform data. Since I saw there is some issue in, you can say by default there is it should be region and manager, but it is showing column 1 and 2. Now what we have to do is you can use this option to show the proper header. Now everything is aligned. Let's import this data into Power BI. So now we successfully imported the data and already cleaned the data with the headers. There is an issue, we have cleaned it out. Now I'm going to create a relationship between tables so that you will not miss any update from this one. Order ID with the returns. This is nothing but creating a join between 2 tables. Like unlike SQL, we are just giving an arrow, it automatically joins the table in the backend. Now I need to go by region and the manager. So where is the region with the manager. Oh, let's save this one. Now you can see, let's say I want to take the gain a profit based on the status region wise. So ideally it gives me an update saying that, so these are all the return values out of your 232. These are all not return values, so these are all the profit, but the total amount of values returned over here depicts that you are already lost, or else you can say your profit is cut down by this product which is already returned from your customer. So this is the way we can depict the data into a story. However, I'll show you the another report where you will see a proper sales analysis dashboard. So now you can see a proper sales analysis report where it gives me a story total number of orders, just 1500, and we have 372 orders returned. The total number of sales we have cost for 4.838 million for this time range of 1/1/2023 to 6/30/2025, and it's give me a complete picture, what is the sales by year on year, region wise what is the sales, and which salesperson is giving me more sales, and here if you see the which product is giving more sales. All these things will give me a proper picture about our data. So this is the advantage of using a Power BI, where you can able to help the business or the stakeholders to understand how our business is performing. By seeing this first report and the first chart, they will understand how we are performing. You can see out of 1500 orders, my 372 orders are returned. Almost my 22% of my orders are returning. And in that case, if you see, the sales is also getting dipped by this year. We are almost 6 months of data we have it 0.91 million. We can't predict it will go like that, because 2024 ranks the higher compared to 2023. So this is where they will strategize their policy and upcoming quarters to get more financially profitable and sustainable business for the complete financial year. So what actually matters? So the beginners will check, okay, I need to create a colorful dashboard and fancy animation, complex chart, and making it look impressive will work. No, that's not the case. Actual need is why my sales is dropping, which products perform best, which region loses money, and that is completely analytics. As you can see, it gives me a proper idea which region is performing more and which region is performing less, right? I can say by seeing this chart, out of all the region, my south region is performing very less, because I am getting only 18% of my sales from, almost 19% of my sales from this particular south region. So I need to focus more. So if I click on south, I can see in that Eva's performance is poor compared to the other. Eva and Carola's performance is poor compared to the other salespersons, and the gift card sales and credit card sales is less compared to the online cash and debit card market, and the sale of desk is very low compared to the other product sales. So this is how you can depict the result for the stakeholders. And it also give me a picture that out of 295 orders, my 77 orders are returned. It is almost 30% of my sales is getting returned. So this gives me a proper idea, and this is the proper analytic to help the business to take key decisions and using their data. So you got a complete picture about what is data analytics, how the analyst jobs works. Let's go to the proper roadmap. So first, what you have to do, you have to learn the basics in Excel, and then you have to go to the formulas, just having the if condition, sum if, count if, X lookup, index match, and we have other lookup which is V lookup and H lookup. All these are the important formulas which is used everywhere. And the pivot table, as I have shown, like it's very important to say see the summarized form of data, or like grouping the data or getting the filter data, whatever we are doing. And then you have to go to the SQL, which is the key point over here to get the data from databases. Ideally, the Excel data is not more than 68,000 or 58,000 records. It's very less, but if you are dealing every day with millions and trillions of records, ideally you should know SQL to query the data. And then last, with the Power BI, in Power BI you have to understand how to connect the data, how to create a data modeling, creating a relationship, and sharing the dashboard to the right people by using the security levels. At the last, once you are ready with all these things, once you learn this one, go to the GitHub or any repositories where you can get the data and try to build your real world project, so that it will help you to crack the interview more than the certifications or your degree holds the matters. Because while doing a project, you will gain experience. That experience will take you to the next level or scaling up your skills to understand what you are actually working, what the tools you are working, and how it is working. So all these things we will be covering in our channel. And if you want to know more about the formulas and DAX functions, it's already in our channel. You can go ahead and check it out by one as mentioned in this order. Now the complete picture of this is you have to clean the data. The 4 things you need to do when you're building a report or explain to the stakeholders is you have to clean the data whichever you raised and analyze the trend, how it is performing, and go to the dashboard, create a dashboard and clearly explain the insights, how it is working and what it is depicting. So to know more interesting ideas about data analyst jobs and Power BI jobs, subscribe to our channel, or else if you have any comment or any doubts in this video, feel free to drop your comments. I'll be happy to respond you back. Thank you. Have a great day. We'll meet you in the next exciting video.